Hi manufacturers and welcome back. Last time we talked about what subcontracting actually is, but today we're going one step further. Today we're going to see how real subcontracting operations work inside Odoo step by step by using a real manufacturing scenario. Because let's be honest, outsourcing production looks amazing on paper. Less workload, less investment in machinery, less hiring headaches, and more flexibility to scale your operations. Sounds perfect, right? Well, until your materials leave the warehouse and suddenly nobody knows where the stock is, who received it, what has already been produced, or if someone forgot to update that famous spreadsheet that everyone depends on it. And yes, that happens more often than companies like to admit. That's exactly why subcontracting without visibility can quickly turn into chaos. Luckily, this is where your ERP system should step in. So let's see how to keep full control on inventory, transfers, production, and traceability while working with external subcontractors. Are you ready? Let's jump into it. In our hardware company, we usually assemble products internally, but now we want to manufacture a new product, the interchangeable screwdriver. The problem? One of its critical subassemblies require manufacturing capabilities we simply don't have in-house. So instead of investing on new machinery, specialized labors, or additional production capacity, we will subcontract that operation to our trusted partner, Blacksmith Company. This allows us to stay focused on our core operations while external manufacturing experts handle this specialized process. And honestly, this is how many modern manufacturing companies operate today. Before starting the workflow, we first need to enable subcontracting inside Odoo. So let's head to the manufacturing app, then enter to the header and click configuration, and finally go to the settings. Here, under the operations section, we activate the subcontracting option. And of course, don't forget to save, because you know that forgetting to save configuration is basically a universal ERP tradition. Perfect. So once we save it, we are ready to work with subcontractors. Okay, now it's time to analyze the product that we want to manufacture. So without leaving the manufacturing app, we go back to the header, but this time we're going to select products. Then we click on Products tab, and on screen we will see all the codes available. And of course, we're going to select the interchangeable screwdriver. From here, we open the bill of materials using the smart button that we can see at the top. Once we are inside, we enter the bill of materials review through another smart button, again on the top of the screen. Easy to find. Now we can clearly see the structure of the product. To manufacture the screwdriver, we need a handle and a subassembly composed by a metal chip and a connector. And this subassembly is exactly what we will subcontract to the blacksmith company. Instead of producing everything ourselves, we send the required components to our subcontractor, they manufacture the subassembly, and they will send it back to us ready for the final assemble. Simple, efficient, and fully traceable. Now that we know the structure of the product, it's time to manage a customer demand. So we head into the sales app and create a new quotation for our customer. Let's say, tooling. We add one interchangeable screwdriver and confirm the sales order just right here. And here's where the magic starts happening. The moment we confirm the sales order, Odoo automatically triggers the required replenishment flow in the background. In this case, a purchase order for the subcontracted subassembly is created automatically so the process can move forward without manual intervention, which means no manual coordination, no chasing emails, and no, I thought you were doing that. Everything stays connected between sales, inventory, purchase, and manufacturing, exactly how it should be. So now we can go on and we can open the generated purchase order directly using the smart button just right here at the top of the screen. When confirming the subassembly purchase order, another purchase order for the subassembly component is created. If we go back to the sales order, we will see the new purchase order created for the raw materials. Before the subcontractor can start manufacturing, we first need to receive the raw materials into our warehouse. In this case, the metal tip and the connector. So we confirm the purchase order and move it into the receipt operation. And here we can see the products moving from our supplier into our warehouse stock. We validate the receipt and boom, just like that, the inventory is updated in real time. Now the components are available and ready to be supplied to our subcontractor. At this point, many companies still manage manually the next steps: Excels, phone calls, emails, and sticky notes. And this is usually the exact moment where traceability starts disappearing. But with Odoo, every movement remains fully connected. Pay attention because one of the most critical moments of the entire workflow is incoming, sending stock outside of a warehouse. Usually, when materials leave the building, many companies lose complete visibility. But here, we get full control in real time. And honestly, with Odoo, it's surprisingly simple. Okay, let's keep going with the flow. We open the next transfer operation and we transfer Subassembly components from our warehouse stock to the in-transit location. Think about this location as a checkpoint. The materials have left the warehouse, but they haven't officially arrived at the subcontractor yet. We validate the transfer, and now here's a small pro tip. Instead of constantly jumping between screens, checking if everything is updated correctly, let's duplicate the browser tab. Trust me, your future self will thank you. In the duplicated tab, we have to go to the Inventory app, then on the header go to Reporting, and select Locations. Here we remove the default filters and select Location Filter and open the in-transit location. And here we can already see the stock that we just transferred, the metal tip and the connector, which means, perfect, the system knows exactly where our materials are. And that level of visibility is incredibly valuable in real manufacturing environments. Now, let's complete the delivery to the blacksmith company. We return to the Sales app by switching the Browser tab and once again select Next Transfer. We could also manage this step directly from the Purchase app, but we're going to continue with the flow that we are already following. This time, the stock moves from in transit to the blacksmith subcontracting location. So we validate the operation just right here, and we switch back the Browse tab, and now if we refresh the report location, as we see, the components are no longer in transit. They are officially located at the blacksmith company, meaning that the subcontractor has successfully received the materials. No guessing, no manual follow-up, no, I thought logistics already sent it. Everything is tracked in real time. Now the subcontractor finishes production and sends the complete subassembly back to us. So we'll go back to the sales order, we enter the Sales app, select our order, and click the Purchase Order Smart button just right here. We can open it directly from the Purchase app too. Well, whatever works best for you. We open the subcontracted subassembly, select Receive Products, and finally, validate the receipt. At the top of the screen, we can now check and see that the subcontracting production has been completed successfully. And this is where the full flow comes together beautifully, because now the finished subassembly automatically becomes available for our final manufacturing operation. Well, back on the sales order, we open the Manufacturing Smart button, and here we can see that the required components are now available. So we simply select Produce All just right here. The interchangeable screwdriver is assembled and ready to ship to the customer. No disconnected systems, no manual inventory corrections, no uncertainty about component availability. Everything flows naturally between departments. What exactly manufacturers need when operations start scaling. Finally, we return to the sales order one last time. We access the delivery order using the smart button at the top. We validate the delivery just right here, and that's all. The process is done. The finished product is shipped directly from our warehouse to the customer, and throughout the entire process, we maintain complete visibility on raw materials, subcontracted operations, stock movements, manufacturing, and final delivery, all connected inside one single system. And that's how subcontracting works inside Odoo, a workflow that helps manufacturers to stay flexible, reduce operational complexity, collaborate with external partners, and maintain complete control of their supply chain. And of course, within Odoo, this is not limited to a single option movement step. Inside of a warehouse configuration, we could select different types of transfers, both sending and receiving. All depends on the kind of processes you have and need, but always keeping full traceability on the entire flow, so nothing gets lost and every step remains visible in real time. But maybe we can talk about this in another video, because subcontracting shouldn't mean losing visibility, it should mean scaling smarter. See you in the next video.